Hey guys, Killer Kyle coming back at you with a brand new video. So I'm in my apartment watching Impact on a Tuesday night, which is the night it moved to from Fridays, and then it got moved to Access TV as well. And at the beginning, they showed what happened last week, and saw that Sammy Callahan is your new Impact World Champion. It's like, huh, that's interesting. The way it was going, it didn't really seem like, hey, there's Big Ben. The way it was going, it didn't really seem like he was gonna go anywhere. Like, he was having some really good matches, but nothing was really coming of it. And then they get him into this rivalry with Brian Cage, and he ends up winning the world championship. It's like, okay, Sam is a good heel. He's a good wrestler. He's come a long way. He's got OVE. He's got this group with him. You know, he's got Jake and Dave Crest. He's got the big man, Madman Fulton with him. So it's really interesting to see where it's going to go and how far it's going to go. And I think he could make a good world champion. We'll see how far it goes and how long it is. But I gotta say, big congrats to Sammy Callahan on becoming Impact World Champion. And we'll see what happens in the future for him in the World Championship. So yeah, just here, chilling, watching Impact this week. Saw that and thought I'd give my thoughts on it and talk about it a little bit. I know that Matt and I will be getting together on Friday, and I believe we're going to be talking about the next AEW pay per view, I guess you can call it, is called Gear Up? Or Full Gear. Full Gear, that's it. AEW Full Gear, I believe, is what we're going to be talking about on Friday this week. So, until there's something else that comes up. Oh, actually, before I sign off, there's a couple things that happened on Raw that I just want to briefly talk about. They had NXT go to Raw and do a little bit of stuff on Raw, which is alright. It's really making Survivor Series something to really get into, watch, or be interested in wanting to see it and what goes on. Just a couple matches that they announced that I think is pretty cool. There's gonna be a three-way match with Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Shayna Baszler. All three women's champions are going to be in a match against each other. That's going to be pretty cool. Three of the top female wrestlers in the WWE right now going at each other. That should be really good. And also, they're going to have a three-way match with the Revival, the Viking Raiders, and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. So you got a match, like a triple threat match with all three women's champions from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And they're also going to have a triple threat match with all three tag team champions. That's very interesting and very, well, exciting. Now, when I was watching Aftermath there, I believe it was last week, they were kind of giving thoughts on what they'd like to see a Survivor Series, and a couple of things would be like women's champions against each other in like a triple threat match, and maybe the tag championships in a triple threat match as well. And so I don't know if WWE is paying attention or they had already had this planned out, but we're gonna get it, and I'm not exactly sure what else is gonna come out of it. I mean, we're still several weeks away from Survivor Series, and we're just starting November here, and Survivor Series is already shaping up. But yeah, that's going to be real interesting, those two matches, and I'm sure they're going to have your traditional 5-on-5 elimination matches. I'm not sure who's going to be involved in it, but still got a long ways to go. And with NXT being on Raw and on SmackDown, starting with SmackDown on last Friday, and then Raw last night. It'll be interesting to see if Raw and SmackDown maybe go to NXT and respond somehow, or is NXT still going to be like running roughshod over SmackDown and Raw? And then at some point there'll be a retaliation by both Raw and SmackDown. I don't know. Still a long ways to go. Still a long ways to get to Survivor Series. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming weeks to Survivor Series. So yeah, just a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Mainly it was a Sami Callihan thing, but I figured I'd bring up the two matches they've announced for Survivor Series as well. Well, there's also a third match that I just thought of. They're also going to have Brock Lesnar defend the WWE Championship against Rey Mysterio, which is going to be interesting as well. But yeah, definitely wanted to talk about those two triple threat matches with all the women's champions and the tag champions in a triple threat match against each other. That'll be interesting. Big congrats again to Sami Callihan on becoming Impact World Champion. Gonna finish watching Impact here. And if anything else comes up that's noteworthy within the next little while, I'll pop back on and talk to you guys. Until then, bye y'all.